Welcome in the vein of fantasy. It's a rainy day here in Denmark today, and it's clouded and kind of a little dark. But in fact, it fits today's topic quite well, because today I'll explain what to do if you find your work pirated, like it happened to me with my ebook. First of all, we need to cover a bit of housekeeping. I'm not a lawyer and I'm not dispersing legal advice in this video. I'm just trying to share some helpful hints and as one author to another based on my personal experiences and the knowledge I have acquired while facing and dealing with piracy myself. If you do need legal advice, please contact an attorney. Okay, with that out of the way, so let's get into it. If you follow me on Twitter, you might have noticed how I shared the fact that my book on fantasy map making had been pirated a while back. At that point, I also said that I would create a video on the topic of piracy soon, so that is exactly what I'm doing today. It took quite some time and effort to research how to deal with the piracy, so I thought I would save someone else that time and effort. And as a consequence, I have listed everything out that I'm sharing in this video inside a free downloadable PDF. It's a 9-page user guide that will describe what I explained in this video and some more. There will be a link in the end of this video and also in the description field below. And again, please note that using my guide does not create an attorney-client relationship here. Okay. You might say that this video is really more for authors than you as a fantasy fan. And I do understand that this is not fantasy related per se. However, this channel is also about sharing my journey as an author, and unfortunately being pirated is part of this journey. So even if you're not an author, I hope you will find it interesting anyway. Now, as authors, we are well aware what piracy means. We understand what it does to our bank accounts, to our publishers, or to our business as indie publishers. It's potential revenue down the drain. It's stealing. I don't want to sugarcoat it for anyone out there who has ever downloaded something that is not rightfully yours. No matter how you justified it to yourself, it remains illegal. Pirated ebooks are a headache for myself included. So what do we do about it? Dealing with pirate sites can be frustrating, but before we do anything else, please take a deep breath and try to remain calm. Many of these sites don't actually have your book for free download. For some, the sole purpose is to install viruses and malware when anyone clicks on the download button. Others are attempting to steal credit card information when you sign up to open an account. And in either case, you have not really been pirated, and hopefully it teaches those out to steal your work a valuable lesson. For this exact reason, it's never a good idea that you click the button or link yourself. If you have the urge to check if the book is actually available, then do resist it. I think it's important to mention here that the laws around copyright infringement aren't the same in the US as in Europe. First off, I will focus on the US, but wait. If you're dealing with piracy in Europe, don't go anywhere, because I found that the same method that you're going to apply in the US works in Europe as well. I will explain why in just a moment. There are two terms we need to learn. One, a cease and desist letter, and two, a Digital Millennium Copyright Act takedown notice, from here on referred to as a DMCA. That's much easier. That was quite a mouthful. It's the circumstance under which the piracy of your work occurs that defines which of these two tools you need to use. If your work has been infringed by the owner of a website or one of the owner's employees, then the owner of the website should get a cease and desist letter. This is essentially a warning that you, as a holder of intellectual property rights, sent to the party you believe has infringed your copyright. The primary content of a cease and desist letter is to demand that the opposing party halts the infringement activity and to prohibit the continuation of this activity. If, however, the owner allows third parties to post content onto their site, just like here on Facebook, here on YouTube or on Facebook, or in my case, it was Dailymotion. And if it's one of these third parties that posted the material infringing your copyright, then the owner of the website should get a DMCA takedown notice instead. This DMCA is a federal US law that helps protect copyright owners. What does these letters actually look like? Well, if you have any past experience with my guides, you will know that I'm all about making things easy as possible. So for this reason, I have included example texts in the free download for both a cease and desist letter and also a DMCA takedown notice. So you can simply copy and paste right from there. What about Europe then? Well, the European Union and each European country have a different DMCA takedown process than in the US. Here, internet service providers, websites, and so forth can follow the local laws within the country when processing takedowns. That said, many European countries are covered under something called the Electronic Commerce Directive, which is part of the Electronic Commerce Regulations 2002. Now, this contains protections for hosting that are similar to the US DMCA, but they still work differently. Just as in the US, the hosting party's protection against being sued for damages depends on the information being provided by those using the hosting service rather than the hosting party themselves. Maybe that requires a bit of explanation. What it means is that the host, in this example, it could be YouTube. YouTube is not immediately held responsible for the content that YouTube hosts. In Europe, there are no unified takedown process. Instead, the hosting party must act without delay to remove content as soon as they, as the directive puts it, have actual knowledge that the content infringes copyright. So to get material removed, you will need to give the host sufficient information so that they have the actual knowledge. As soon as they are made aware and the hoster can no longer rely on the directive's protection. So using my cut and paste templates mentioned just before, you will be covered. In short, the law in Europe is, it's less clear-cut like in the US, but it's possibly more flexible. And that is why I said before that the methods used in the US also works very well in Europe. So rather than trying to figure out what the laws are in each individual European country, then simply use the US DMCA template when dealing with European-based websites. When I was subjected to piracy, it was a French site, and they reacted promptly when I sent them the US DMCA. The link was dead within 24 hours or something like that. It is extremely frustrating to find your work pirated, and as a fellow author, I get it. But there is a point I wanted to make around politeness. When sending your cease and desist letter or DMCA, most hosts will comply for the sake of what's right, and any decent hosts, which luckily enough are most of them, will take action promptly if the complaint makes sense. So if a DMCA is incorrect with, for example, wrong links in it or information that are incorrect or outright aggressiveness, that could lead them to become less helpful. I think we need to remember that it's still human beings on the other end, and no one likes to be yelled at, even if you have the law and right on your side. This is also why you will find my DMCA text inside the guide as non-threatening as I could possibly make it. It delivers the point, don't worry about that, but there is no reason to rub it in. In finding out who to send these notices to, many sites will provide either a tab or link named DMCA or copyright concerns, but if this is not the case, try an internet search with send DMCA to and then insert the website link, for example, send DMCA to YouTube, and then you should find it. If you're still unable to locate the recipient, try the WHOIS database. I've added the link in the description field below, and you should be able to locate the domain owner as well as the contact information. If worst comes to worst, make use of the contact form on the website. You have now sent your cease and desist letter or DMCA, and you should of course monitor that link and make sure that it's actually removed. I would also advise that you keep records of the emails you sent, who you sent them to, and any replies you might receive. Copyright laws can only take you so far, and not all websites make it easy or even possible for the average author or publisher to find means to stop them from providing illegal copies of your work. It is stealing from you, and because of that, I would tweet about it, put it on Facebook, blog about it, whatever you can do to let readers know that illegal downloading of ebooks is wrong. It hurts authors, it hurts publishers, it hurts the industry. This is about as much as you can do to protect your copyrights without paying an attorney. But I have some more to share. I just want to make one small point first. And that is that smaller websites might simply ignore your emails. And in such cases, the best course of action would either be to have them blocked by the search engine. So basically you would submit your DMCA to, for example, Google. Or if there is a lot of money at stake, talk to an attorney. There are also some stuff we can do from a self-help perspective. Make sure that you set Google alerts for the title of your book. It seriously only takes a minute. And it's a very simple and easy way to keep an eye on potential piracy. Personally, I also set alerts for my own name so that I receive an email notification anytime either one pops up in the Google's search engine. And a word on handing out free copies of your book to reviewers and for any other purposes. Watch out especially for those PDF copies. They are at very high risk for piracy. We cannot avoid giving away advanced reader copies and the like, and I'm not saying that we should, but just know that not all reviewers and bloggers are necessarily who they claim to be. Be wary of those saying that they only accept a PDF copy. I mean, honestly, e-readers for mobile and EPUB files are free downloadable apps on just about any smartphone, tablet, laptop or PC. How hard can it be? I'm not trying to be paranoid. I'm just being cautious. There might be more to cover on the subject on how to deal with piracy, but I hope I have given you enough that you found this helpful. Ebook piracy continues to run rampant on the internet, and as authors we cannot necessarily prevent it, but we can actively monitor and react quickly to do whatever possible to stop illegal downloads when it does happen. If you like this video, hit the like button below and leave a comment. Make sure to subscribe to get your dose of fantasy every single Monday. And if you want to get even closer, then head on over to Patreon. There is a link right here on the screen somewhere and also in the description field below. Check it out. For as little as $1 a month, you will get into the reward program. And again, don't forget to grab that free guide. You never know when it'll come in handy. That's it for me. Thanks for watching.